Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are joining me for the first time today. My name is Lucy and I'm sure you can see by the title and the thumbnail of the video, but today I created this gorgeous sort of glowy look using the brand new products by Anastasia Beverly Hills, including the shimmer body oil, the pigments, and also the lipsticks as well. So if you do want to see how I created this look using all of the new products, then do keep watching. So if you guys saw my previous video where I tried a load of new makeup, I did like a full face of first impressions, you would have seen that I was meant to try out the new NYX Fill and Fluff brow pencil, but I actually forgot. So I said I would use it at a different point, so I'm actually going to try it today for you. The one I have got is in the shade Taupe. Now what I find really interesting about this brow product in particular is that it actually looks a bit like the Anastasia brow definer with the triangular kind of tip. It's actually really interesting. I don't normally go for things like this because it is quite thick and it's hard to get like lines with, but the other side of it where you'd normally have like a spoolie brush, it looks like this, which I think is again really interesting, and it's just something really different for a brow pencil. So I'm very excited to try this product, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my brows with this. Okay, so first impressions of this brow product. I mean, it's definitely not my favorite brow product. It does the trick, you know, it's filling in my brows like my normal brow pencils would. I just think that it's kind of hard to get a defined line with the tip because it is quite chunky and it is quite a strange shape to get like strokes of hair, do you know what I mean? Just for comparison, this is the kind of brow pencil I normally use. This one is one of the Morphe ones, and you can definitely see that the Morphe one is a lot thinner and smaller, and this one is a lot thicker. I mean, it really depends how you like to do your brows. If you're someone who likes to draw them in quite heavy, then this one's pretty good because it covers a bigger sort of surface whilst you're doing it. But these ones are definitely better for like hair strokes and making them look a little bit more natural. Okay, so I'm sure you can probably see, didn't really have the most fun with that brow product if I'm being completely honest with you. This one is a whole ass mess right now, but I am going to go ahead and clean it up with a makeup wipe and then concealer, so don't worry about that too much. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be reaching for this very much. I mean, again, it really depends what kind of style you like to do with your brows, but for me personally, it's not going to be my new best friend. Okay, so I've just gone ahead and finished up my brows. Let's just say today is not a very good brow day, so please do excuse the brows, even though most of you guys seem to hate my brows anyway. I'm sure this is going to trigger you even more, but you know, I'm going to leave them for the time being. So I'm sure you can probably see by the title of the video and the thumbnail and everything else that today I'm going to be testing the brand new products from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the spring collection, I want to say. So this collection includes the matte lipstick set. It also includes the shimmer body oil, which is absolutely beautiful. This box alone is just stunning because it is literally glitter central. And then the shimmer body oil itself is absolutely stunning as well. And then we have the bit that I'm actually probably most excited for, which is the brand new pigments by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now, if any of you guys are familiar with Anastasia, they have brought out glitters before, like chunky glitters, but never pigments, and I am a pigment fanatic. You've probably seen me use a million different peaches and cream pigments and loads of different brands. I literally love pigments. I just think they are so much nicer and easier to use than a chunky glitter. So there are 5 pigments. They range from a really icy white shade and getting darker towards rose gold, and then a coppery kind of tone right down the end. These all look absolutely stunning, and I'm going to try and dig into at least 2 or 3 of them in this video, but we will see. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I don't actually know the individual prices of these items. If I do figure out, I'll put them on the screen as I'm talking about them. But these pigments, there is 6 grams in each of these bottles, and that's actually a really big sized bottle for pigments, especially compared to the peaches and cream ones, which are quite small to be honest with you, but even though they are small, they do tend to last quite a long time. So these are a really big size, and these will definitely last you a really long time, which is really good. Now with the shimmer body oil, this is again 45 milliliters. Again, I don't know the price of it, I'll put it on the screen now, but this I have already used once before. I went out the other night and put it on my body because I have my chest on show, and it is really beautiful on the skin. Like, it honestly instantly adds adds glow to your skin. The only thing I will say about it is that I had my hair down, and obviously I had it all over my chest area, and my hair was getting caught in my chest area, and everything was going a little bit greasy because obviously this is oil. It doesn't set down or anything like that unless you obviously set it in with a powder or something. But that's kind of the main thing I would say about this. Other than that, for pictures especially, it looked absolutely unbelievable on the skin, so I do really love this product. With the matte lipsticks, there is 4 different shades in here. We have the shades Coconut, Orange Blossom, Lychee and Guava. Now I do believe that 2 of these lipsticks are supposed to be like shimmery lipsticks. They are all bullet lipsticks, but 2 of them have got shimmer in them, which isn't really my favorite, to be honest with you. I love using bullet lipsticks. I can't even get this out of the bloody thing. So here is one of them. This one is in the shade Lychee, and like I said, you can see already that that has got shimmer in it. It's more like a metallic kind of lipstick, which I probably won't get much use out of, but they do look really nice colors. Each of these little lipsticks have 1.3 grams in them, which isn't a lot, but you get 4 in the pack, so you know. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right in with the eyeshadow because I feel like I've talked enough at this point. So I'm actually gonna dig into the 2 Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes that I got on their last release, which I can't remember what it was. I think it was another one of their spring collections, but these obviously came out a little bit earlier on than the rest of it. So I'm going to start by digging into this little palette. I'm really sorry I can't remember the individual names of these 2 palettes, but this is just a little quad with some single shadows that Anastasia put together. And I'm going to dig into the dark brown shade up here, which is in the shade Horizon. Now I'm taking the same quad, but I'm taking this lighter brown shade up here, which is in the shade Birkin, and I'm just going to buff out that darker brown. Now I'm just going back in with that darker shade and just going to deepen up a little bit more. Now it's been a little while since I've done a kind of classic cut crease kind of eye look. So I think what I'm going to do is just cut my crease using a makeup wipe. Normally I use a cotton bud and makeup remover, but I really can't be bothered, to be honest with you, to go into my room and get those. So I'm just going to work with what I've got, which is a makeup wipe, and cut the crease, and then go ahead and cut it with concealer as well. Okay, so now I have cut that crease. I've also just laid down a little bit of glitter primer. This is the NYX glitter primer that I always use at the moment. I've just kind of done that around the edge of where that cut crease is, not all over the lid of my eye. And now I'm going to be taking the Desert Loose Pigment, obviously by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This one is the darkest one out of the 5. It's the copper one. I also just wanted to show you guys that when you take the lid off, it's actually really good because it's got a little like sifting kind of system on it. So you can open up the lid and then there's like the little holes. So it's not like it's easy to spill, obviously, unless you're someone quite clumsy, a bit like me. You should be absolutely fine and not spill this too often. So that's a really good feature. Now I'm just taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills number 18, I think. Oh my god, it is totally rubbed off. I think it's the number 18 brush. It's just a really flat I meant to say flat packing brush, and I'm just going to pack that pigment around the edge of that cut crease. Not all over my eyelid though, because you'll see what I'm going to do afterwards. Now I'm sure some of you have probably already guessed what's going to happen next, but I'm going to go ahead and use my makeup wipe again just to clean up underneath that copper line, and then I'm going to cut the crease again underneath using concealer. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and lay down some more of that glitter primer just all over that spare area down there, and then I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to use the Icy pigment, which is like the white in the pack. This one really intrigues me because I've been looking for a white pigment like this, especially for like my kit, for my client kit and for brides and stuff like that. And if this comes out as though it looks in the tube, it's going to be an absolutely gorgeous like white pearlescent kind of shade, and it will be absolutely stunning, especially for like proms and weddings. So I'm going to pack that all over my lid. Okay, so I'm literally obsessed with that white shade. It's going to be absolutely perfect for bridal makeup and for my client care. I'm so glad I finally have an icy white pigment. I can't even tell you how long I've wanted to find a pigment like this, so I'm absolutely obsessed with it, and I know I will be getting so much use out of this pigment. The copper one as well is absolutely stunning, but I think both of them together just look so good. I'm now just going to take the NYX Epic Ink liner. This one is the brown shade, and I'm just going to do a really simple basic wing liner just to kind of complete the eye look, and then we will go ahead and move on to face. Okay, so I'm just going to whiz through my skin makeup because I'm sure you guys don't really care to know much about what I'm going to use on my skin today. But if you do, then today I'm going to prime using the NYX Bear With Me Jelly Primer. I used this in my previous video and I really like this as a primer. It's very refreshing, very moisturizing, and it does the job really well. So that's what I'm going to use to prime. For my foundation, I'm actually going to use the same foundation as I used in my previous video, which was the Revlon Photo Ready Candid Foundation in the shade 120. I used this in my previous video and I really loved how it stayed on all day, and it just looked really nice and fresh on my skin. So that's what I'm going to use today. And to conceal, surprise, surprise, I'm actually using the same concealer as well. So I'm really sorry if any of you did see my previous video. This is literally all of the same products pretty much, because, you know, when you find products that work for your skin, you just want to keep using them. So I'm going to use this concealer. I don't think I actually said which concealer this is. It's the Revlon Photo Ready Candid Concealer in the shade 010. So it's actually the same as the foundation, but obviously in concealer form. Now, before I go in and set anything with powder, I'm actually going to use the same Huda Beauty contour that I used in my previous video as well. Honestly, I've just really enjoyed this skin routine, hence I'm repeating it the same as I did last time, but this one is actually in the shade medium. In my previous video, I used the shade light, and it wasn't doing too much on my skin, especially because I had a fake tan on at the time. So I'm going to use the shade medium and see if it comes out any different. And to highlight, I'm going to take the Crystal Loose Pigment, which is the second lightest shade along from Icy, which is obviously the white one I have all over my lid. This one has got a little bit more of champagne-y reflex kind of in it, so this should work really nicely as a highlighter shade. So we're almost done with this look, but I'm just coming in to finish up with the under eye. So I'm actually going to take the same Epic Ink liner in brown, which I used for my wing, and I'm just going to go in my waterline with that and then buff it out using the same shadows that I used through my crease earlier. Okay, so now the final step is lips. So I'm just going to use a Huda Beauty lip liner. This one is in the shade Bombshell, just to go around my lips. And then I'm going to dig into, obviously, the mini matte lipsticks from Anastasia. I think I'm going to use the shades Coconut and Orange Blossom. Those are the ones that don't have the shimmer in them, just in case I want to end up giving the shimmery ones to my friends or something, because I honestly don't think I'm going to get much use out of them. So I am just going to use the shades that I know I will use. So I'm going to start with the shade Coconut and go around the outer perimeters, and then probably use Orange Blossom in the middles. And this right here is my finished look using the brand new Anastasia Beverly Hills summer, I don't know if it's summer actually or spring collection, but I'm really impressed with how this came out. My overall thoughts on the products, obviously the pigments, they speak for themselves. You can see how stunning they are on the eyes and as a highlighter as well. They work really nicely both ways. I know I'm going to get so much use out of these pigments because I'm literally obsessed with pigments. These lipsticks as well, not only are they like the cutest, smallest size, and they are perfect to chuck in your handbag, these shades as well in specific are really gorgeous. The Coconut shade is probably the one I'll reach for more out of the two. In general, Anastasia Beverly Hills lipsticks are the only ones I ever wear. I always wear Anastasia or Huda Beauty lipsticks, but I only wear the bullet ones. I don't really like to wear liquid lipsticks, so I'm generally a fan of them anyway, so I knew I was going to love these ones. This probably looks a little bit weird. I have got a sports bra on, don't you worry. Obviously you can see the straps anyway. I am just going to do a little bit of the shimmer body oil to finish up so you guys can kind of see what it looks like on the skin. Oh, I mean, come on, you can instantly see the difference in my skin. Like, look how beautiful that is. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it does make you look a little bit sweaty, but if you're wearing it with the right kind of outfit and the right kind of look, it doesn't make you look very sweaty. It makes you look more just glowy and wet and just honestly just gorgeous. It's a very different product to the Huda Beauty Nymph highlighter, the body highlighters that I've tried before. It's a very different vibe to that. Obviously this one, first of all, is a spray, so it is a lot easier to use. This one is also an oil, so it does transfer and it does feel a little bit greasy on the skin, whereas the Huda Beauty ones are like a liquid and they do dry down to be like matte and they don't transfer. So that is the differences between them. I don't really know which ones I prefer. I like the Huda Beauty ones because they don't transfer to clothes and stuff like that, and this one does feel a little bit greasy, but this one looks really stunning and it's so easy to use. So there's a little comparison if anyone was wondering. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this look here. So if you guys did enjoy, then please make sure to leave a thumbs up, a comment below, and also subscribe to my channel if you are new and if you want to see more of my videos. Don't forget to also follow me over on my Instagram, which is at Lsgmakeup. I'll leave it on the screen like I always do right here. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this video here for now. So thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.